Hello and welcome to Ascension Arcana Tarot. This is Christine with a general weekly reading for the week of July 21st. This is a general reading, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. It rained a bunch here, so we had fun with that. That was kind of novel. The energy is feeling like a little wonky to me lately, so I'm super curious what's going to come out in this reading tonight. Let's find out. Universe, what do my viewers need to know? I just totally felt called to take this. So I asked the question in my head, what do my viewers need to know about their week this week? The first card here is the Page of Pentacles. I don't know if you guys noticed when I picked up the deck, that one like stayed there. He was like, please pick me. So the Page of Pentacles is very goal-oriented. He's grounded. He's like a slow-moving but very steady and kind of sure energy. He can represent messages. He can represent like something manifesting for you. So it's like a really nice energy to start our week. I'm feeling like a really peaceful vibe from him. Just grounded and peaceful and like something nicely coming in. It feels good. I love in that card the way that he's like offering the pentacle as a gift. It's so sweet. Those cards always feel like a sweet gift from the universe to me. And then we're followed by the dramatic death card. Let's see, what do I feel there? So the death card, I've talked about this before. It's like kind of one of the scary looking or scary sounding cards in the tarot, I guess. But for me, death is just an ending. And in particular, it's like an inevitable ending. So because it's a major arcana card, this is something that is kind of out of your control. It's something that is basically being powered by the universe, not by you. It's interesting. I'm drawn to different things on this card. I'm drawn to this guy here on the ground. For some reason, he feels like a fallen king to me. He has like I don't know if you pronounce it ermine or ermine, like those little weasels, the white ones with the black tails, and then they used to like make the, what do you call it? Like the top part of their, garment with those, right? It's just making me think that this is like a king here. And I'm super drawn to this Pope with the sun over his head. So it feels like the ending of the king. I don't know. I'm not specific on what he represents. It's funny. I just said I'm not specific on what he represents, and as I was shuffling, the Six of Swords came out. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So I feel like it's like he's representing like a period of your life. I'm hearing the word reign, like R-E-I-G-N. So it's funny that I mentioned the reign because this means different reign, right? Like the reign of a monarch. The reign of something during like this time in your life is over. So something that's been like a dominant energy or like a ruling energy or just like a really big presence in your life is just dead, done, over with, like put to rest. That's it. It's done. And I'm feeling guided because I'm attracted to like this Pope and the sun. It's like divine. This is like very divinely guided and it's very safe. And I feel like it's making room for like a spiritual awakening for you. That's really cool. That's like a cool energy. I like that. It's very specific. So as I was talking about the king, right? And not knowing what he's representing for you, and then to have the Six of Swords pop out is very funny because it's like a similar vibe to what I was getting, but it kind of helps me give some words to it. So the Six of Swords in this deck, you can kind of see like the wavy water on this front part, and then in the back part, do you see how smooth the water is? So I always identify with this woman on the boat and the little kid, and then this guy is helping her have safe passage basically from one phase to another. So from that sort of choppy, bumpy phase to like this really nice, smooth phase. So sometimes in this card, I think there can be a bit of sadness around leaving the past, but it's also really safe, and it feels like moving towards something that's really nice and really smooth. That's the energy that keeps sticking out to me, is just smooth, 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 smooth. So this is a huge, big ending of something that's been pretty important for you. I feel like even the fact that I'm feeling this guy as like a king energy, right? Like kings are important. Kings are a big deal. And if there was a king in your life, he probably would be dominating, you know, some energy there. So this is something that's been really a big deal or really important to you. But it's divinely guided to move on from it. Like you've gotten what you need from it. It's dead, done, and over. And I feel like, too, the water here, there's nothing that you really have to do about this other than just surrender. Like, even in this boat, I don't know why I'm identifying whether your masculine or feminine energy is irrelevant, right? It's just the energy of the card. But I'm identifying who I'm reading for as the kind of cloaked figure in the boat. So even the fact that you're not the one rowing the boat, I feel like is significant. This is going to be something that you sort of flow with the energy of the universe on and just sort of move on. So this is the universe bringing this ending. This is the universe sort of just paddling you downstream, basically, to like the next thing. The next piece that came out is the Five of Wands, which is that sort of petty, squabbling, fighting energy. In the card, it's amongst other people. It can also be kind of squabbling with yourself. And what I'm feeling, like as soon as I saw this card, what immediately I heard in my head is don't fight it. So I feel like this is not necessarily about chaos or squabbles from the outside. It's about you going with the flow. That is like the number one message that I'm getting here from the Six of Swords is going with the flow and just letting this change happen. And you're going to make your life a million times easier if you don't fight it. There's like a big surrender energy here that feels important. What else do my viewers need to know for their week this week? Feels like a week of big change with that Death card there. I feel like I talk about change a lot because that's a big spiritual lesson for me. I'm feeling called to say, and I know I've said this before, but like change is safe and it's good and it's okay. Especially when it comes from the universe, like feels like just guiding you through an inevitable end, and that's okay and that it's safe for you to receive that. All right. I feel like I'm actually going to move the Five of Wands up here because I feel like this is directly talking about this energy and saying don't fight it. And then all these guys wanted to come out. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, the Seven of Wands, and the Emperor. I feel like this is you again fighting. The universe really, 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 really wants to get through to you that you don't have to be defensive about this. Don't fight it. Both of these cards are advice already, and I feel like this is how the universe provides insight to me, is that it keeps bringing up messages over and over sometimes. So if I don't get it or listen the first time, I'll just keep getting repeating messages. This reading really wants you to understand, don't fight this. Like, it's really good and it's going to be fine. And the best thing you can do is surrender and just go with the flow. The Ace of Pentacles is literally like the hand of God, right? Or angels or whatever beings you might believe in, handing you this freaking fantastic new beginning. It is stable. It's amazing. This is like a huge new manifestation that leads to the Ten of Pentacles, which is basically like all of your manifestations successfully like created on earth, right? It's living the earthly life of like having everything that you want. The magician is you manifesting everything amazing, right? This is you in your power. It's you kind of having, I feel like lately I've talked about like that glow up energy. This is you post glow up, recognizing that you are a divine being, that you are the creator of your own reality, and that you like can take charge here. Basically, you're in charge of your healing, you're in charge of your thoughts, you're in charge of what you're manifesting. It's awesome. Don't fight it. The universe is like, please, if you understand anything from this reading, it's go with the flow and don't fight it. And the Emperor, oh, this is cool. Okay. So the Emperor obviously is really powerful. He is kind of like the ultimate power dude in the tarot, I guess. So like, whereas the Empress is the ultimate divine feminine, the Emperor is the ultimate divine masculine. I'm getting a couple things from him. One is that he has a tendency to want to be in control because he is so much the master of his own destiny. So I almost feel like opposite the magician, he's like a bit of a warning that like, yes, you are in power here. You are a powerful creator. You are in charge of your reality, and also making sure that you're flexible. I feel like I'm drawn to like the rigidity of this kind of rectangular stone throne that he's in. Making sure that you're owning your power and also remaining flexible and going with the flow is going to be essential, because the magician doesn't create alone. The magician co-creates along with the energies of the universe, right? So he doesn't necessarily get exactly what he wants the second that he wants it, right? He has to work with the universe. Maybe he has some blocks to clear. Maybe he has some healing to do. Maybe there's some divine timing that comes in play. All that sort of thing, right? And the universe has to consider, how do his manifestations impact others around him, right? And sort of, I don't know, grappling with like all of those threads. That's not a job for humans. That's a job for like divine spirit, because only spirit is big enough to handle something like that. So one thing I'm getting from the Emperor is, again, this energy of like, don't fight it. Don't squabble with yourself about it. Don't get defensive about it. Don't get in like control energy about it. The other thing that's sticking out to me that's cool about having the Emperor here is that he is like a level up from the King. So that is really a super cool message, and I think confirms like this, what I was reading here with the Pope and the Sun around, this is like a gift that the universe wants to bring to you. So whatever this King represented for you is dead, done, and over, and you get to get something better. You get to level up with the Emperor energy here, like the ultimate divine masculine energy. It's very cool. I like that. I feel like there was one more thing that I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was. It was just that he's another figure of power. And similar to the magician with this like red robe on, right? I just feel like it's totally you in your power. I'm feeling like the energy of like the root chakra, like blood, like the vitality of life. Cool that even the Page of Pentacles has like that red scarf on his head. The vitality of life, the vitality of like being a creator and just engaging in that process, right? It's like really cool. And I love like the Pentacles are, I've talked about this before. They're kind of like a slow moving card, a slow moving suit rather, because they're so grounded, right? It kind of takes a lot. So, if I can remember correctly, I think the order of the suits from first to last, I think the wands are first, and then the swords, and then the cups, and then the pentacles. So by the time that like the tarot has gotten to the pentacles, it's already mastered all of the lessons of the previous suits. So this is someone who's wise. This is someone who's done a lot of work, done a lot of studying, has really like worked through their process, and is learning and like really grounding that learning into the physical now, which is for me, like, it feels juicy because it's like you've done all this work, sort of in the mental space, in the emotional space, in the creative space, but it hasn't been grounded yet into like your physical space. And I feel like that's what is coming up here is like, yes, finally, like at long last, it's like some of the physical things that you're wanting to create are happening. So we already got advice here. Again, the advice here, if you're in this collective, and as always, do what resonates for you, right? The energy of this reading is saying, don't fight it. Don't be defensive about it. Don't be controlling about it. Go with the flow. I feel like this card is literally the most important card that I've thrown on the table so far, which is interesting because there are a lot of sort of bigger, more powerful cards here with the major arcanas and the ace, but go with the flow, go with the flow, go with the flow. Let it be smooth, let it be easy. I just keep hearing that over and over again. I feel like taking the light seers. No, that just gave me hesitation. We will do the witches. All right. So I feel like that's probably the primary advice. I don't know that there will be much else, but we'll see. What advice do you have for my viewers this week? What advice do you have for my viewers this week? Oh, how funny is that? I just talked about the Empress, and there she is. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like, okay, the Empress literally goes along with exactly everything that the universe told us already over here. The Empress goes with the flow. The Empress sits back and attracts. She's not chasing anything. She's not controlling anything. She's not defensive, and she's definitely not squabbling in herself. She knows exactly what she wants, and she sits back like the divine badass that she is, and she just lets the universe bring all of her good to her. I love that. So I feel like that was definitely spot on. And the universe wants to really make sure that you guys get that message. So I actually just got the thought to tell you, like, it might even be helpful to look up the Empress card. There's like so many tarot websites out there. Look her up if you're interested in it and embody her. This is like, I feel like a circle around her. The universe is saying, like, if you can embody something this week, embody this. Embody her energy. What I just saw, this is funny. I just saw the figure of the Empress in this place. So instead of being like this sad, hunched up, little woman there, she's like this divine woman, like, please row me across the shore, person who's doing my work for me. She's like gonna hitch a ride and let this guy bring her to smoother waters. That's just funny. I love that. Yeah, I feel like it's like the universe's privilege to carry you off into this new energy. And the way that you can honor the universe is by expressing gratitude for that, and allowing it and like receiving that. It's really sweet. The Page of Swords. Clarification on him, because I feel like normally I would say he's talking as well about being defensive or being anxious. So that might be it for some people, but I feel like we've gotten that message now so many times that I'm wondering if there's something else to him that I'm just not quite getting. Here's his clarifier. The Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands for me, it's funny because when the page came out, I like kind of in my mind's eye, I saw it as a Two of Swords. That's really interesting. The Two of Wands for me is about a decision, deciding between two paths, kind of a decision point, and then just moving forward with great passion from there, right? So it feels like getting really clear on, I I don't know, like maybe what you value or what it is that you want. It's funny because I feel like desire and speaking about desires or like the wishes of your heart has been coming up for me a lot today in my spiritual messages. But that's what this feels like. It feels like getting clear. Yeah, I wonder, maybe he's just representing clarity. I feel like what I'm drawn to here is the bird, which is kind of what was weirding me out because I was like, really? But yes, I feel like the bird is freedom. And for him, it's weird because it's like on this chain, right? So it kind of can't really go anywhere. But he feels like clarity to me, getting clear on what it is that you want. Like even the energy of the magician, right? Like this dude's magical. He's creating miracles with the universe. Like he has to be pretty clear on what it is that he wants to create, or he's going to create like a 5-headed dragon monster that will eat him, right? That's probably not what his intention is. It feels like getting clear on your intentions, getting clear on your like choices and your path, and just moving forward with great passion. And I feel like letting yourself be free with that. I'm wondering if there's maybe a feeling of being like trapped in, I can kind of feel that too with like this defensive onesie energy, like kind of getting trapped and feeling like you have to fight things or argue or like defend yourself or protect yourself. Like you don't have to do that. I feel like that's an illusion that you're kind of slicing through or getting clear on, like being able to let that go. I feel like this dude is liberating you with his giant sword. Yeah, it feels like clarity and freedom. Cool. I like that. So far, we have surrendering to the flow. We have surrendering control, surrendering defensiveness, surrendering fighting, and getting really, really clear on what it is that you want to manifest and getting like the clarity and freedom to move forward with that. Love that. What other advice do you have for my viewers this week? I don't know if there is anymore. I'm actually getting the message that Spirit wants to keep it brief here. What do I want to pull? You know what? I'm feeling called to do something different. I do want to use the light seers, but not for that. Okay, so here's the message that I'm getting. Usually, you guys know if you've watched me for a little while, usually I pull 3 rows, 3 and 3. It's kind of just how the energy works for me. It's not like a thing that I set out to do. It's just usually how long it takes me to have this conversation with the universe. The universe is saying that this is done already, and it does not want me to kind of muddy up any of this advice. Like the advice is very clear, and I feel like I've got the message. And that's it. That's what the universe wants you to know. So what I'm feeling called to pull on is with the light seers, and I want to know what's coming in for you. I just want to get a couple cards and see if we can talk to the universe a little bit about that. All right. So what is coming in this week for my viewers? And like this will play out differently for all of you guys, right? Because we're all in different places on our journeys and working on manifesting different things. But what are the energies supportive of manifesting this week for my viewers, please? Aww, I adore that card. The Lovers. I'm super drawn to the Cupid's bow on there. I feel like, I don't know if there's like any Sagittarians watching. I just felt called to mention Sagittarius. Sweet. Manifesting passion. Yeah, manifesting connection, manifesting relationship. That's really, really sweet. And these are the other two that want to come out. We get the Five of Swords and the Judgment. I'm super drawn in these two. I mean, it's a masculine and a feminine in the card, but their colors are so similar. The backgrounds are almost exactly the same. Like, you guys have seen this deck. It's not like all of the cards have the same colors. In fact, it's quite colorful and diverse in this deck. So this to me is like a complete transformation. It's like practically the same card. I don't know how to describe the energy. This feels to me like the same card. It feels like this guy, he's sort of been done dirty. He's got ego screaming in his ear. He's got a headache, right? He's just kind of defeated or disgusted. I feel like the birds flying away, what I just heard is like his thoughts are getting away with him. So this could be like some overthinking happening. And then just the complete transformation of that energy with the Judgment card, leaving all of that kind of heaviness behind in this kind of body, which just feels like an old energy that's leaving. And then this light body is kind of what's ascending. It feels like a leveling up. It feels like that rebirth energy that comes with Judgment, that complete like awakening, epiphany. It's like once this soul transcends this heaviness, she can't go back. It feels like, what do you call it? What's that expression? Point of no return. So this is passing the point of no return, where you're leaving like this old, heavier level of energy and you're just transcending it and rising to like this new energy. And the fact that that's there with the Lovers is so super sweet. I love that. This is going to be so attractive. This like kind of spiritual glow up energy. So have fun with that. If you're in a relationship or working on calling one in, that sounds like that will be very fun. That's super clear. So this, what I specifically asked here is like, what is the energy supportive of you kind of calling in? So it doesn't necessarily mean that this is just going to happen for you. I do feel like with the Magician that you're taking an active role here in terms of like choosing, getting clear, right? With the Page of Swords and the Two of Wands, getting clear on what it is that you want to manifest, having the energy of actually manifesting it, right? With the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician, like that physical manifestation. These are the energies that are being most supported. I feel like this week is supportive of this transformation no matter what. I do also feel like if you are working on manifesting a relationship or like a spiritual level up or both, the energies are like especially magnetic and supportive of you in those areas. So that's gorgeous. That's like an awesome energy. That was fun. I like doing that different. I like when the universe is like, wait, let's do something different here. So I'm going to pull Twin Flame Oracle. So I've talked about twin flames. That's what resonates for me. For you, it might be your highest level soulmate, might be your partner, whoever you are thinking about in terms of romance, whatever resonates for you there. As my cards fly out of my deck, that just made me think of the bird and the Page of Swords flying. I love that. You're gonna be free. There's like such a liberating energy. I feel liberation here. I feel liberation from him with that giant sword. He's gonna slice some stuff up. The Six of Swords is bringing a liberation energy. And I feel like there's liberation in this gift here with the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. Anytime God himself reaches a hand out and offers you a pentacle from the sky, you just say yes and you put your hands out and you say, thank you so much, God, and you receive that gift. Like, that's just beautiful. I love that. All right. So as I was saying that, what came out is Twin Flame, everything is possible. I love that. So out of all the cards, I don't know how many there are in this deck. There's got to be like 50 or 60 cards. It's like a pretty hefty Oracle deck. out of everything, the Twin Flame card came out. It's the one. This is the one Twin Flame card in the whole deck, which is completely resonating for me with the Lovers. And I love that. The difference in their, the color of their feathers is even resonating with the difference in their skin tones on this card. That is gorgeous. I love that. It just feels like two different, very magical energies coming together. And swans are a symbol of that. They mate for life. So that's why they're like a special symbol for twin flames. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. We live in a universe of infinite possibilities. And I feel like this is going back. This is important to say. This is going back to the message that the universe was saying here about fighting with yourself and getting defensive and trying to control. Those energies are the only thing that can stop you. So everything is possible. Stop fighting with yourself. Do this. Go with the flow. Let the universe carry you downstream. Let it be easy and let it be peaceful. Yeah, okay, I love that. This one says, increase your frequency, higher conscious awareness. I feel like that's harking back to this judgment card. Like I said, it's a feeling of like, I wish I could find the right words. I think I'm not quite describing it exactly the way that I'm feeling, but it's like the best words I can come up with. What it feels like to me, if this was like a movie instead of just a card, what it feels like to me is that this spirit is you, and this is like a skin suit. And it's like this heavy old skin suit that you've grown out of, kind of like a snake. And what happens when you leave this old skin suit that you've outgrown is that it just sort of collapses and like dissolves on the ground, right? It like doesn't even exist anymore. It doesn't have a purpose. And you, as like this glowing, beautiful energy, you sort of regrow, I guess, like a new, lighter skin suit. I don't know if that helps at all, but I just feel this energy of this heavy old skin suit that you've outgrown just like falling on the ground and dissolving, like collapsing and just being gone forever. I feel like maybe the best analogy is a snake skin. It's like maybe makes a little more sense, but hopefully you are able to understand that it's really the way that I feel the energy. It's like a dropping down heavy old garment that you no longer need. It doesn't fit you anymore. It's too heavy. Let's get an angel card here and then we'll be complete. What message do you have for my viewers this week on? $11.22. It says, great shift, personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals, oneness, connection, and completion. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. I love when this happens. I'm like so jazzed right now. Literally everything that card just said is everything that I just said in this reading. I feel like that's God saying like, good job. I feel like I got it. So personal growth, spiritual development, we talked about that. I just talked about kind of outgrowing this here. Personal growth and spiritual development in terms of having like this new energy in your life sort of coming in. It's awesome. Focusing on the positive changes, gratitude is resonating for me. And I talked about that with the Ace of Pentacles, right? When God himself hands you a pentacle, a glowing pentacle from the sky, you put out your hands and you say, thank you so much. Yeah, expand your horizons. That's actually an awesome way to describe the Two of Wands. I love that. I'm going to have to remember that. But this is a card of new horizons because it's a card of making that choice. And with the wands being the suit of like passion, passionately just pursuing that choice that you made, right? It's like a fun energy, right? It's like adventure, saying, I want this, and then going for it. positive shifts in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. I feel like that's this too that I was saying, get clear on what it is that you want. Because you don't want to be the magician that manifests that 5-headed dragon or whatever, whatever I said before, right? And then you're like, whoops, that's not what I wanted to manifest. No, you want to be like, hey, I want to manifest this, 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 right? And kind of get really clear and aligned with the universe on what it is that you want. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. I love that. You guys, these are some fun cards. A relationship and a massive spiritual glow up. I mean, that's really special. This is a cool week. All right. That is the reading. I don't want to leave it, and I want to keep going on and on about it because the energy here feels really massive. It like feels so good. I just noticed this. I'm drawn to the fact that this looks like an angel on this card. That's really sweet. It just feels like you have some divine protection and divine beings helping you out here with what you're manifesting. So remember to let down your defenses, go with the flow, sit back and let the universe treat you like the god or goddess that you are. It's so beautiful, and it's safe to like own that about yourself. I hope that this resonates. As always, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as that helps my channel. I'd love to hear your comments about if this resonates for you, especially if some of these like fun manifestations actually come in. I always want to know that. But yeah, sending you lots of love, and hopefully see you on Wednesday for my romance reading. Bye.